Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast, and today we're going to talk about Lia Thomas. And Lia Thomas is the woman who was a man at first and competed in swimming for the University of Pennsylvania before she decided to transition to a woman. And now that she's done competing in swimming, and her former competitor who who swam for University of Kentucky, Riley Gaines, she's come out and said that she felt Lia Thomas was selfish and unaware, right? And she's made a lot of other comments too. She's definitely taken on part of the right conservative side. She's been seen with Donald Trump at a rally or at a conference or a speaking engagement or something like that, right? But I find it very interesting, right? Because this is where we are today in society, where she's mad at she's blaming the left side for defining women, right? But whose fault is that though, right? I mean, I feel like this is not a left side or a right side thing, right? I feel like this is a feminist thing. This is a woman's thing, right? I think if women really have an issue about this, and it's not fair that, a 6'1" man can decide to want to become a woman, meet the hormonal requirements to compete. The school really doesn't have any grounds to say that she can't, outside of meeting those thresholds. She did, apparently, or they made concessions to allow her, and she dominated. Lia Thomas killed it. You know what I'm saying? She won 2 championships in swimming, and smoked the competition for the most part, and in the Ivy League as well too. And I mean, what's fair is fair, right? If we want equality, this is it. You know what I'm saying? This is part of the process for a equal utopia, right? People aren't going to be happy. Women aren't going to be happy. Men, as a man, I really don't care, right? It doesn't bother me. I mean, look, if this is where we're going in society, because God forbid a man comes out and says, I don't think it's fair for women to have to compete against a transgender female. Nope. This is where we're at right now. And, if women have an issue with this, then women need to rally together and make their voices heard. Otherwise, I don't see an issue with it, right? And if I'm the coach if I'm coaching the team and I have a transgender female, swimmer, I welcome it with open arms. Absolutely. If I can get if I'm a coach for a female sport, and I can get a man who wants to become a woman and she's allowed to play college basketball, we win in the championship. And I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if I'm liberal or conservative myself. I want that title. You know what I'm saying? So, for her to come out against Lia Thomas and complain and saying that it is not Lia Thomas's fault. You know what I'm saying? If she met the requirements, it doesn't matter how we feel. Yeah, I think me personally, I don't think it's a fair advantage. Of course not, right? You're born a male. I don't care how many hormones you have taken to meet the threshold to play. You're still physically a man. You know what I'm saying? And we will identify you as a woman and respect you in that regard. But from a genetic standpoint, when you've been competing against men your whole life, and then now you get to compete against women, not fair, right? I understand why she's upset, right? But I'm also understanding that, hey, this is a new world we in. These are the new rules, so adapt to it. You know what? Hey, women when men want to transition to being a woman and stuff like that, live your truth, be yourself, right? Be happy. We support you, until you decide to cross over into competing and taking away some of their spotlight, right? Now it's a problem. Shouldn't be a problem at all. So for her to make comments about Lia Thomas, just lacking self-awareness and upset that she got to compete and win championships. Blame other women, right? Because if you really wanted this to be addressed, more women need to speak up and work with the transgender community to figure out, hey, what is the best path going forward for us to remedy this, right? No. And then you put the decision in the school hand. Well, the school is always going to take the left type of thinking, right? There's no resistance, really, no pressure, from outside media or women in general to say that, hey, we don't think it's fair or whatever. I'm sure the female coaches on the other swim teams are probably upset too, but hey, she's a woman now. We identify her as a woman, so you have to respect her as a woman and let her play. And she's going to ball on you guys, and she did. So it's just sour grapes, and it's like that's all women's fault for not speaking up and working together, right? Because if I said something like this, if a man says something like this in a position of power at a university, something like that, I'd have been fired already, right? I'd have been kicked out. You're not accepting. No, it's not about being accepting. It's understanding the playing field and respecting the fact that women have competed against other women, and we know this is new territory that we haven't really established yet, right? So instead of allowing her to compete, how about we work, find some type of resolution, some type of process, or get better understanding, and is this really fair? You know what I'm saying? But the school took the easy approach, which I don't blame them, because they would have got a lot of blowback from the left side. She can't swim. But no, I think the school was fine to let her compete. And she took advantage of it. Lia Thomas took advantage of it, and she won. And all these other women are just bitter and upset, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? But this is the world we live in, right? And if you guys really want to make any changes, then y'all have to work better together, right? And make your voices heard. So men, we are out of this. You know what I'm saying? This is all women. This is a women's issue to find a solution for. And yeah, so going forward, I think, Lia Thomas was the first trailblazer in this aspect, the first transgender woman to compete in swimming and winning the title, crushing the competition. And we're going to see this continue even more, right? And I don't have a problem with it. It makes for good entertainment. If it's televised, I'll watch just to see, how much these transgender women, crush the competition, So yeah. So anyways, guys, please like, subscribe. I'm out.